Where's your boss live?
My boss right now is staying in Maryland, but he lives in Texas,
Okay.
in Houston, Texas.
After talking to Kilmar, the officers had no doubt he was trafficking.
You know what you got here, right?
No.
He's hauling these people for money.
This guy, Kilmar Ábrego García, is not a U.S. citizen. He is from El Salvador. He was brought here when he was 16 by his parents. He got arrested around, let's see, it was 2019. And he was like 19 or 20 at that time.
Yes, I saw a lot of senators moving down to El Salvador to bring back this so-called Maryland man. A video has now surfaced where this guy was committing a crime. They said that this guy is a bad person. A Democrat didn't want to believe. When I saw this video, it just opened my eyes to who these people really are, because they can see something that is going wrong like this. They will call it just for their political reasons. We have seen how they get agitated throughout about this whole situation. I saw this leaked video and it is important I show you what exactly is going on.
He was a suspect trafficking operation dating back 3 years. And Fox Digital just got their hands on the body cam. But you're seeing it here first. Tennessee Highway Patrol stopped Kilmar for speeding and noticed he had 8 other people in the car. All no luggage. Take a look.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Good, and you?
All right.
Everything good?
You got a bunch of people here, don't you?
It's 1 for sick. Yes. Go back to work.
Gotcha. Where are you working at?
Where?
Where?
San Luis, Missouri.
Missouri?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I'm from to Maryland.
Where do y'all live at?
Where I live? I live in Maryland.
Maryland?
Yeah, Oxon.
Whose vehicle is it?
What, excuse me?
Whose car is it?
It's to my boss.
Your boss?
My boss, yeah.
Where's he live? Where's your boss live?
My boss right now is staying in Maryland, but he lives in Texas,
Okay.
in Houston, Texas.
After talking to Kilmar, the officers had no doubt he was trafficking.
You know what you got here, right?
No.
He's hauling these people for money. You got an ass hauler is what he's doing. But sometimes they commingle dope.
No. But
There's 8 people in there.
yeah, I know. I didn't know that. They put an extra row of seats in there.
Yeah. So he's getting paid to haul these people, probably to Maryland, I would say, if I had my
He
guess.
said they all work together. Is what he's telling me. But he's the only one that knows half
So,
English.
so let me ask you this: they don't have any luggage in there, right? And if you get them out, they're gonna have a toothpaste and they're gonna have toothbrushes in their pockets. I guarantee it.
He's got $1,400 cash in his pocket in an envelope.
So in the video, you can see one of the cops making a phone call. The body cam audio cuts out for 10 minutes. Sources told us that on that call was Joe Biden's FBI, which advised police not to detain Kilmar at the time. That source also tells us Highway Patrol called Biden's ICE, and they never showed up. Biden's guys had an MS-13 gangster, suspect smuggler and wife beater, released into the country. God knows what he did and was never caught for before Trump deported him. Primetime will keep digging and keep you posted when we...
Yes, I really love to see the justification these people can bring to this video. I want to see justifications, how they can really talk about this, because when you look at the whole situation, this guy was not supposed to be there. It happened so luckily that they get him out. The way Democrats rise up, I've never seen them defend an American citizen like this. It has never happened. Even so, he was undocumented, meaning he is too eligible to go. When you want to talk about situations like this, a lot of people get agitated, especially liberals. I don't care. I'm just reporting the news so you can see exactly what is happening. Megyn Kelly did not hold back. she went deep, bringing out analysis of this whole situation about this guy. If you love what I'm doing here, please subscribe and share the video if possible.
This guy, Kilmar Ábrego García, is not a U.S. citizen. He is from El Salvador. He was brought here when he was 16 by his parents. He got arrested around, let's see, it was 2019. And he was like 19 or 20 at that time. He was arrested outside of a Home Depot in Hyattsville, Maryland, by Prince George County police officers on suspicion of being a gang member. Okay, so that nobody was bothering him. He was here, brought over. They call them so-called dreamers when it's their parents who bring them. They don't come willingly, but no question he entered illegally. But then he was suspected of being a gang member, and that found him in the crosshairs of law enforcement, and they handed him over to ICE. They recognized that he was not here illegally. The following day, he was served with a notice of appear, and that commenced removal proceedings against him pursuant to 8 U.S.C. Section 1229A. He was charged as removable. The government was recognizing he was here unlawfully, and on top of that, he appeared to have behaved unlawfully, though they did not need the latter in order to deport him. Just the fact that you're here illegally subjects you to being deported. That's just the way it is. Then he went through not one, but 2 court proceedings. The first was a bond hearing on April 29th, 2019 with immigration judge Elizabeth Kessler, who ruled the evidence showed he was a verified member of MS-13. He was afforded a hearing at which he presented evidence, and so did the other side. The court, quote, first reasoned that the respondent failed to meet his burden of demonstrating that his release from custody would not pose a danger to others, as the evidence shows he's a verified member of MS-13. On December 19th, 2019, so, 8 months later or so, the Board of Immigration Appeals affirmed that finding that he was a member of MS-13, quote, notwithstanding the respondent's challenges to the reliability of the Prince George's County Police Department gang field interview sheet, the immigration judge appropriately considered allegations of gang affiliation against the respondent in determining that he has not demonstrated that he's not a danger to property or persons here. Then, as he realized he was about to be actually kicked out of the country, he had already been deemed not qualified for bond, he applied for asylum, even though it was much too late. You have to apply for asylum within a year of getting here. And then, not coincidentally, also asked for something called withholding from removal from El Salvador in particular, allegedly due to threats from gangs. It was his safety move. Like, if you won't give me asylum, then please at least say they can't send me back to El Salvador.
What disturbed me about this whole thing is the fact that this guy was there for a very long time. He did not apply for asylum. Why? I really want to know. Because you have the opportunity to do that. Yeah, for the years you've been. Or is it that the guy had committed certain crimes that he was scared that he would be rejected? What exactly? I want to know. These are questions that people are asking, but top Democrat will never respond to it because of their political reasons. It is crazy. Okay, I want to see their reactions after watching this footage. Yeah, I want to see how they are going to react to it. They won't say anything at all, but it's crazy, right? At a certain point, when I look at this whole situation, I had to laugh all through because I know these people with these manipulation tactics, they will just hang on one thing and be singing it like a song. Sometimes it burns out like people are not even in support. Look at Start. I watched a video on CNN the other day. Majority of people here, they're in support of deportations. That is what I saw. So you can see exactly what is going on.
Years of neglect and letting people walk into here without any process at all, and now you're trying to gum up the works to keep them here.
A lot of them came in. A lot of them came in with parole. A lot of them came.
CNN polling shows
54% of Americans want Mr.
November
Ábrego
polling showed
Garcia
Donald
back.
Trump won the
That's
election.
CNN polling.
Well, you know
the
what?
public is shifting.
We are a sovereign nation, and you cannot just come into our country illegally whenever the heck you want, because we can't do it to any other country on the face of this earth.
Asylum is a legal right.
If you come in illegally, you have to leave. Americans are tired of that. We do not have unlimited resources.
You know who was here illegally with a deportation order? Marco Rubio's grandfather.
All right, let's...
We're not talking about Marco Rubio.
Oh, now we're not? No, that's not relevant?
It's not relevant.
No, I'm talking about Marco Rubio because
conversation
Marco
at
Rubio
all.
used to be an advocate for TPS for Venezuelans, and Marco Rubio used to
I'm
be
not Marco
an
Rubio,
advocate for Nicaraguans and
my
Cubans.
beliefs.
No, I know you're
If you come
not.
into this country illegally, you are going home. Simple as that. We do not have unlimited resources
I think
in
a
this
lot of
country
Americans...
to take care of other people.
There's a hell of a lot of people,
guys.
other than the black people who were brought here as slaves who came to this country illegally.
They're not the same as black people who were brought here against our will.
That's exactly what I just said.
I said there is a lot of people
There's a big difference.
There is a big difference.
That's exactly what I just said.
That's
exactly what I just said, Sir Michael. Look and act indignant. That's exactly what I just said.
Let me just share, Michael.
Other than the black
Anna and share, Michael.
There are a lot of people from
Share,
many,
Michael. I think
many
you actually
that came
misheard
here
what
illegally.
I think you misheard what she said.
No, he purposely misheard it.
She said.
I purposely misheard. So now you're in my
Share,
brain?
Michael. Listen to me for just a second.
Is that where we're going?
You think I would say I will have advocated for black people my entire life and say something like that?
Anna,
because you've advocated for black people, great. Congratulations. Last time I checked, I'm black. You're not.
Okay, Share, Michael.
That's right. I'm Latino, and my people are being racially profiled.
It is.
And
do I have to remind you the history of my people?
Share,
do you want to go there?
No, I don't.
Do you really want to go
we're
there?
going to go to break.
Raul,
we're going to go to break. Raul Reyes, thank you very much for joining us. Everybody else, hang tight. We'll be right back.
When I was studying history, like the
Now, this is how it ended on. You are not black, but you want to talk more than black people. And I'm glad that this guy pointed out what Anna wanted to hear. They spend time on the View spewing crazy thugs because they don't meet up with right people who understand, who knows the truth, what is going on. She actually got what she deserved here. Yes. Thank you, guys. If you see any clips after this, that is for the YouTube algorithm.
Us, especially over the past week, has been overwhelming. The lies and their amplification.
This is not going to end. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Good.
If you see any clips after this, that is just for the YouTube algorithm.
What if he says self-defense?
There's no self-defense because
it's still coming in.
This is definitely a self-defense case because it always is one until you look at the fact.
Oh, what might happen to her?
Followers for anything, and then the
Registration Act is
talking about this man, Kilmar.
My summary of the first 100 days is that
if film and TV productions continue to
first term, and you will be very.
Somebody has